Okay, I'll pick up where I left off. My battery died. But anyway, tomatoes look good. This one over here is thinning out a bit, but these are the ones I've been picking all the tomatoes off of. I've probably gotten 7 tomatoes off of this plant. This one's ready. But you can kind of see what size. They were bigger earlier in the season, but I mean, I don't really care what size they are, as long as they taste good. And they always do. They taste wonderful. But I think this one, it seems like a lot of these are going to get ripe at close to the same time, because it seems like a lot of them are starting to turn at the same time. These were kind of just turning as they went. But I'm probably going to save seeds from this one so I can grow this variety again, because I like the way it tastes, even though I don't even know what it is. Potatoes, yeah, I know. They're really, really holy. The caterpillars came back. I sprayed it with the stuff that's got the bacteria in it that basically kills the... It's not a chemical. It uses the bacteria that kills the caterpillars. If you notice the newer leaves over here, they don't have half as many holes. Those are all new within the last week. These out here. So yeah, sweet potatoes still growing. They're still happy. The peppers, you know, just when you think they're gonna give up, they just keep going. There's peppers in there. It's like 3 of them all clustered together. Baby ones. Here are some bigger ones. They're already starting to turn red. That's why they're so dark. More little babies in there. This is a nice one. It's a pretty nice size. And that's the only reason they're still in, guys, because I'm getting really nice peppers off of them. Here's a nice red one. You can kind of see how big that is. This one on this side, you can tell the plants. These are smaller plants. The stems got nice and big for me, but they stayed smaller leaf-wise. These plants, I guess, were a bit stronger and they were a bit more bushy. This is the one I showed you in the previous video. You can see the size of that. You can see the size of that one. But I have some bigger ones moving around here. Like I said, this nice, pretty red one. There's one on this. Still some babies under here. 2 really nice big ones together. You can just see they're just loaded. They're just loaded all over where you look. Just peppers. You can see my kale. These have doubled almost in size, it seems like. And they're absolutely beautiful. Like I said, this is the Swiss chard. It's called Bright Light. These have yellow stems. These are kind of purplish. These are more red. It's a beautiful plant. And the kale they're loving it. The romaine lettuce is doing great. Nice and crisp and big. The Japanese giant Japanese red mustard. It's called, I screw the name of this up every time. It never fails. It's called red mustard. Japanese giant is the variety. So, that's doing well. These are the things that I replanted. Nothing is no longer eating them. This one, these leaves in the middle here are new. This one here doesn't look like it wants to do much. It has some tiny new leaves in there, but not really doing much. This one, all of these leaves are new. They're trying, y'all. They're trying. And I'm gonna let them try, and I'm gonna give them all the help they need. But this one is still growing pretty good. Still growing. So there's the ones I planted over here. They look like, with the exception of this one might go ahead and crap out, but I don't know. Those 2 little leaves in there might do something. If not, it's fine. Puppy! So my neighbor's dog has gotten out and he's running fast. This one, not sure if this will make it. It's looking worse for wear. But this one, they had plucked all the outer leaves off, but they left the center. And these grow from the center. So these leaves are new. This one, I don't know if it's gonna make it. That was a new leaf, but it's not. It's like it's not putting out any other ones. So is this one. Those are all new leaves, and those are all new leaves. So, this one, yep, it's dead. And we'll just compost it because it's dead. But yeah, so stuff is trying, absolutely trying. My basil. I'm probably gonna collect a lot of this basil, believe it or not. I tasted it, and even though it's going to seed, it still tastes good. I'm probably gonna collect all the leaves and I don't know, make pesto or something with it, or I don't know, make something out of it. I'm gonna have to do more cooking videos. I noticed I never do cooking videos. Here's the purple basil, and I don't know if it's supposed to do this, but that's turning green. I don't know if, well, maybe it is supposed to, because the edges of these leaves are green. My old basil is actually, it's perking up and coming back. It has a lot of new shoots. Looks good. I don't know what caused that. Maybe it's since that I had bought other parsley, which this parsley is doing great. It's doing fine. And the rosemary in here is doing great as well. I mean, there's a little brown, but that was brown from the store. It was like that already. But it's doing great and it smells great. And the basil, this basil is actually trying to regrow a little bit from the base there, which is interesting. And this was some little parsley that never really did do well, but seems like now it's trying to do something. But that's pretty much it, YouTube. Oh, you know what? This tomato, I'm gonna show you something. Sit down, sit down. Sit, good girl. Sit down. You want the tomato? You sit down. You want the tomato? And she's gone. This is the healthiest dog I've ever owned. Yes, I know I said I was going to save the seeds, but I forgot how much tomatoes make her happy. And she will absolutely eat this whole